Afro Fish OG.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 12 of the second season of Afro in the Know. I'm trying this new thing here where I hold this mic up like I'm somewhat important because I don't know. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Let me know how it goes. But I feel like a sports announcer actually. I do. I feel like some sort of sports announcer. I'm walking around being like, that's the way that I hold this is very similar to someone like Patrick Mahomes, like
Oh my god! Oh, and don't get me started on Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm trying not to, but we might dive into sports and stuff like that as well. But for over here, we have Forever DM Moreau. I don't know why this just sounded super like spicy. I'm so sorry.
You chilling, man? You chilling?
How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. It's going good. Chilling. Got some rain, so
Yo, also forgot about that. For everyone else, stay safe out there. That ice storm hitting so many different people across the U.S. right now. Be safe. Do what you need to do. Don't eat yellow snow, and hopefully you're gonna have a great fucking weekend. But moving on from that, I want to start off with because you told me you were a DM, right? Obviously,
yeah.
Dungeon Master. For all those who don't know, that's a D&D term. For those who do not know. But I'm not the Dungeon Master, so I'm gonna let you. You got the floor. Tell them all a bit what you're about and what it all means.
Yeah, man. So I actually started DMing whenever I was 14, and now I'm almost 30. So I've been DMing for 16 years. I create worlds, I create storylines, and I allow people to express themselves in ways that they can't normally express themselves in society. And they get to be a totally different person, a totally different race, a totally different sex, species, whatever floats their boat. If they want to be a wizard, if they want to be a barbarian, however they want to craft their character, I want them to enjoy my story as well as crafting their own story entangled into one. So that they can feel uplifted, important, and a part of the creative narrative.
Okay. No, and that's awesome. As like a DM, that's not first off, that's not easy to create your own world.
No. It takes years and years of practice. I look back on my older campaigns and I'm just like, I don't know what I was doing. The economy's all wrong. What was I doing charging 1 gold for a freaking apple? Like, what was I doing? Like, the economy was broken, and now it's more concise. I've done anywhere from post-apocalyptic to futuristic to like pre-technological times. I'm actually currently doing a campaign. It's called The 5 Heads of Tiamat. Calamity. It is actually based off of the Calamity mini series that Brennan Lee Mulligan did. He inspired me so much that I went off onto that tangent and am in the world of Exandria. And basically, my whole basis is there are 5 Abishai, which are the right hand of Tiamat. They are in all 5 head colors. So we have white, we have blue, we have red, we have green, and we have black. And so we have all those colors. And if you think of it like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but just absolutely evil, is what they are.
Oh, Oh, I like that.
And so basically the there's the gods, right? And then there are the betrayer gods. The betrayer gods are the ones that have been released and now are trying to bring about calamity upon the world. And at the end, by the end of the campaign, uh, 2/3 of the world is gone, just dead.
Oh wow.
So my players have gone into this as a very real scenario of their character might just straight up die. And that has to become a very real scenario to them. And I think that gives a lot more emotion and feeling towards their characters because they want to save them and they want to do everything they can to progress their character to a point where they could face off against a god themselves.
Hmm. I love that. I like that a lot. I'm a sucker for any time that you get to square up against gods.
Absolutely.
And so how long did that take? Like because I mean you said you were inspired. You were inspired by but still to create it as your own. How long did that take for you?
So the campaign itself took me about, I would say, about a year to plan. And then whenever I am DMing, I have bullet points in which I have generic topics in which I'm going to lead the party into, but everything else is up on the fly. Everything else. I come up with everything else, just pull things out of my butt. I really do.
You know what? That's fair. That's like that. Honestly, that's majority of I think that's majority of storytelling, to be honest.
Mhm.
Majority of storytelling, I always joke about it. It first starts with just that's awesome. And then, it's always the how did I get here? Like and with being a DM, what is some of the most, I want to say, thrilling parts of being a DM, but at the same time, what are some of the most difficult?
I would say probably some of the most difficult is player basis, right? Because you can sometimes get people that think they are high and mighty above the DM and above the world themselves, and they come in incredibly arrogant. And so I have to humble them. I have to put them in their place, or else they just drop out because they're like, "Oh, I can't play the character I want to play because you're not allowing me to just basically crap all over your campaign with my absurdly broken homebrew character that I created in my mama's basement." Right? And it's super annoying. It's one of the most difficult things is player management. I love the players that I am with currently. They are really good friends and really good, like, it's a good cohesion, right? They really bounce off of each other. But I've had other groups where I've had that quiet kid in the corner that looks like he's just gonna stab me. And there's like the very like a spunky, happy-go-lucky, and then there's like the one that ties it all together. But like getting them all to interact is like trying to get 3 sections of a high school to interact. It just doesn't always work.
Right. But I want to be a murder hobo with hack stats and no consequences.
Oh no. Oh Lord.
Yeah, and I'd say actually I want to lead into what is some of the most ridiculous like homebrew stuff that people have tried to pass through with you?
Quite a bit. Races, very specific races, that give you absurdly broken stats. One of my favorite races in the entire lore is it's called a Kuatoa. But I've had someone come in and say, so Kuatoa is a fish person. They are fish people. Like legit, like think of mermaids, only the top half is the fish. And it's absolutely absurd. Their entire mentality is if they believe in something enough, it will become a god. If they worship something hard enough, it becomes a legitimate god.
Huh.
and I had this character, or I had this player come in as a Kuatoa and say, "Oh, they believe in me, the player, as a god, and now I run your whole thing." And I'm like, "Nah, bro, that ain't happening."
That sounds like
He's like, "No, it's my character. It's my character. I can do whatever I want." No, you can't, buddy. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but no. Absolutely not. There's also weapons that I've had to just straight up ban. That like I think of like Yami's sword, right, from Black Clover. Black Dimension.
Oh
Slash.
yeah.
They tried to pass that in there as if they were trying to kill the DM themselves. I'm just like, I've run into some really weird folks. I
was gonna say like that seems to be the thing with DM, like with not just DMs, but like from like at least my like brief dive into D&D is that you'll get some of these players that come in and it seems like they're kind of riding high off their own ass. So when they're like, well, I have the sword of 1,000 moons or whatever, and what isn't that just Getsuga Tensho? Like you're
right. You're just like, hey, I have the sword of Azaroth. It's a saw blade. No, man, that's Kenpachi's sword, man, and you can't steal that. Okay, stop.
That's gonna be
Demon Slayer already did it, and I'm not happy about that either. So,
oh shit, I never even thought about
the sword. It's Kenpachi's sword.
And I think that's gotta be the part that's a little frustrating because it's like you work so hard to create these worlds, and then you get someone who comes in with like the creativity of a fucking like piece of gum, and like you just are like, dude, what the fuck? And not even any kind of gum, like zebra gum. Like that's so much.
Oh, the one that dissolves in like 3 seconds whenever you put it in your mouth. Yeah.
You're like, oh, so what's your character? Strong.
hey, man, if they want to play, I've had people that like they're like, oh, I want to play a barbarian that's really dumb, right? Because most barbarians are not the most intelligent of people. But I've also had someone that did something really creative, and he played a barbarian that was incredibly eloquent outside of combat. Inside of combat, he was just kill, and then outside of combat, he's like, "Hello, my good sir. Might I interest you in a cup of tea?" Where did that shift come from? It was a very Jekyll and Hyde situation, which I really enjoyed those types of interactions because it brings a really cool group dynamic.
No, and I think that's like that is awesome. Like I love that concept of like people. I mean, some people do bring in some of the most creative stuff. I'm still trying to get my my friends to let me play my my mimic tamer, but like
mimic tamer.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
It's funny. That's so. What kind of mimics?
Usually are like so. The whole concept of it was my character has an ability because you have to treat mimics almost like I guess like animals in a way, but they have a chance to tame a mimic by rolling like whatever it is. I didn't know. I don't remember. Which we were trying to get into it, but like nobody would actually dive far enough. Their attention spans aren't the greatest. We would so basically to keep it simple, you would be like be able to like roll when you see a mimic, I have a chance to tame it first before it initiates into combat. But only if I'm the one who starts it, right?
Okay.
And if I have the chance to tame it, like you roll a die depending on wherever it is. If it works, then I get to tame it. That thing becomes an item.
Becomes an item?
Yes.
Interesting.
And then
I would say more so it would become like a pet in which you can raise and then actively initiate in combat. Because mimics have some broken ass abilities.
Oh yeah, and that's what I was thinking. Like, because I was thinking the higher it goes, right? Because I know there's different levels. There's like levels to mimics, right? And some mimics are way stronger than others. And like the higher you get in there, the more difficult to roll. The more difficult if you get it, though, it will become an item that will actually be like super worth blah blah blah, you know. So like it just sounded really fucking cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. Mimics are some of my favorite traps that I like to set in the game. Um, I'm also a player of recent, which is great, but one of my characters in my friend's campaign touched a mirror, and I got trapped inside of a mirror mimic, and it copied my body and my abilities, and I had to play as a mimic, and it was so freaking dope.
Oh, that'd be fun as hell.
I had to try and deceive them and make them touch other mirrored objects so that the mimics could copy them as well.
That's cool. I love that. Like, I think that shit is just awesome. Like,
Mhm.
there's so many like cool ways, and that's why I personally love mimics. I know, like, I just think the concept of them. I'm always, it's like like Dark Souls 3 was. Oh shit, my thing fell off again. I don't know what's going on with my power over here. That's kind of weird. Maybe it's all three of them. I don't know. Well, looks like we're getting just regular these two lights. This third one, maybe it's going out and it's causing a short circuit. Nope. It said fuck you to me too. So I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, it could be. No, it's not that. I'll have to go figure it out later. Let me go turn the light on. Oh. All right. So we're back. Looks like we're not getting the lighting that we wanted, but we'll figure that out afterwards. That's just kind of weird. But I think that like when it comes to like the monsters themselves, I said Dark Souls 3 was the one where when I went and played it, people didn't really tell me that there was, because Elden Ring doesn't have mimics, right? Elden Ring doesn't have mimics. They have little traps or whatever, but they're not mimics themselves.
Yeah,
And
no,
so when I'm like,
mimics in there.
oh, that's a treasure chest, and it just like picked me, ate me, and then like stood up, and I was like, oh fuck no,
Yeah,
like
it's creepy, right?
oh hell yeah. So I was like, no, that sounds awesome. How do I make this in a way that I can make this into something that sounds like it would be cool for a player?
Mhm.
Maybe I'm
Uh,
just a fish person though. I don't know. A fish person mimics sounds scary as fuck.
Hey, they're creepy. They're terrifying. If you ever look one up, like they're just terrifying.
Mm,
Um,
mm, mm.
nah,
I don't, I don't. I don't think I will.
yeah, I don't think you want to. No one should. No one ever. I would never want you personally to be a part of that. They are one of my favorite races, but still, it's terrifying for so many reasons. I will say a lot of my influence though for DMing actually came from Souls games. It started with Demon Souls and then progressively got more and more into like funnily enough, one of the bosses, the first boss they're gonna fight, the Red Abishai, he has two phases, like an Elden Ring fight, which is really fun. The first phase, he is a paladin of conquest, and he is modeled after Egris
Oh,
uh, from Solo Leveling.
okay. I'm
And
not really surprised. Like solo leveling's influence has been pretty fucking huge.
I love the manhwa. The manhwa is so amazing.
It really
Um,
is, though.
but so as he transitions into the second phase, he's throwing a tantrum because these people are beating him, and he is immortal, and his mother will never love him, and he's the youngest of the Abishai, and he's seeking his mother's approval, whom will never give it to him. And
Mm.
it's kind of sad, but it hits home for a select audience, and I like the direction in which it's going. Everybody hates him because he's so annoying of just constantly craving that motherly love into like psychopathic tendencies, right?
Mm.
And so as he's doing this, every smash on the ground, his muscles begin to grow and enlarge and rip his armor asunder. and then he becomes a Horaloo type barbarian character with a custom move that I made called Flash Step. That if he sees a creature within 60 feet of him, he can move without gaining an opportunity of attack. They now have to succeed a grapple check, and if they fail, they take 4d12 damage, force damage, as their face is thrown into the ground by his fist.
Oh my god. Oh no. Mm-mm. I don't like that at all. Like reminds me of one of those movies where like he's like goes to slam your head in the ground. You're like, damn,
Yeah.
I'm really gonna die here.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. For sure. I want to feel like this is very real. Like you're about to face some real life consequences.
Yeah, no, that's and have you ever had a person like kind of I'll say lose their shit a little bit because of like the fact that their character died or put in
Yes.
an impossible
Yes,
situation?
absolutely.
No, you
I've
mentioned that
had
quiet kid.
so I have fun fact about me. I have TPK'd 60% of my parties.
Oh my god.
Most of them are accidental because the dice say so, and I don't like fudging dice that often.
Right.
Whenever I crit 20 and I accidentally, create a wormhole and they all get sucked in and they suffocate inside the wormhole, they're just dead. I
What a
can't
shitty way to
can't
go.
save you. I can't save you at that point, man.
Womp womp.
I have absolutely killed players though because they annoyed me. And I've talked to them multiple times, and I said, "Listen, if you don't get your act together, something's going to happen in the next fight." And they're like, "Oh yeah, whatever." And then I kill their character. Like that's just bullshit. Why'd you do that? Like, come on, bro. Well, what's your problem? Why did you do that to any of the other players? I was like, "Do you see the other players? They're on 1 HP. I could very well could have. I chose to do it to you." Because the god that you're fighting or the boss that you're fighting is so annoyed with the arrogance that your character is exuding off of his body that he just had to put you in your place, which is 6 feet under.
Damn. Dude, you're
So in my group, right, we have a ranking system of DMs.
Mhm.
We have one, she's fairly new and she's doing a really good job at it, and I'm proud of her for doing it. But she's the easiest DM I've ever had in my entire life. Like she'll let you get away with anything as long as it's fun or funny. And then we have one of my really good friends. He's been DMing for about 5 or 6 years, and he's like the medium tier, right? And then I'm the Dark Souls tier. I am pain incarnate, and your choices have very real consequences. We have an angel that decided to do something really stupid. They were all on a boat. It was going to take them like 6 months to to get where they're going, but they got latched onto by a creature under the water they couldn't see, and it is a mechanical hydra that I created, and it is one of the Abishai that transferred its consciousness into this mechanical being it created, and it latched on, and it was going at the speed of Mach fuck, right? And
what?
it was going at the speed of Mach fuck, and and the angel had the bright idea of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fly up in the air. I'm gonna have a rope attached to me to the boat, and I'm gonna try and fly as fast as this creature is, so I can see like its head and whatnot. She's like, all right, I fly up in the air and I start, and I'm like, no, you fly up in the air. I need you to make me a strength save. Crit fails. And I almost killed her immediately. because the force that rope did to her body, it literally would have ripped her asunder. Clean in two. But I was nice, and I didn't kill her on the very first session. So
mistakes were made.
yeah, they realized that was a true mistake, right? And they realized, hey, the stupid shit I'm trying to do, I better think about, because it's gonna come back to bite me in the ass.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I love that though. Like I love and that's what I love. Like I love the fact that there's all the ridiculous, like, you know, you have, like you mentioned before, you have one DM who's probably more of like a more jovial, more joking type, you know, where everything's more funny, and then you got you on the other hand who's like, bro, I will fuck you up for free. Like,
oh yeah, no, for sure, absolutely, man. I'm a very realist whenever it comes to DMing. If something is not going to logically work, do not try it. Like the boat. If it's going faster than your fly speed, don't fly. You're gonna get ripped.
Right. No, exactly. Like that.
They had to literally pull her in to the boat, and it took 3 of them with strength checks to pull her in.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she would have been gone, long gone.
Yeah. It was it wasn't the most wise of choices, but you know, they live, they learn, and they're getting better every day.
So, like, as a DM, also, what is I want to know, like, some of your like pet peeves when it comes to DMing, like things that you might like from yourself, things you might see from like other players, like.
For me personally, I know I go off on like weird little tangents in a lot of my sessions as a DM, because I also want to be involved amongst the party, and that's a pet peeve of mine. I need to back the fuck off of that, because I want them to be immersed and not be like fourth walled, right. By me. Pet peeves for other players. This is the only one. It literally is the only one. Pay attention. If you do not pay attention and you are not engaged, what the fuck are you doing here?
That's true.
Like you came here to have a game that is going to be able to explore this fantastical world that I've created, and I put a lot of love, blood, sweat, and tears into, and you're just going to crap on it by not paying attention and just like, oh, I'm just a little ditzy character. That's how I'm going to play it, because I'm not freaking paying attention. So.
No, that's definitely fair. Like, and that was, yeah, I mean, that would feel very disrespectful. Like, I mean, why you, especially if you have long sessions, right? Like, why would I do 3-4 hour sessions and you're just not listening?
Oh, I do 6 hour sessions.
6 hour?
Yeah, 6 hours.
Oh, no, that's fair. That's fair. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I just imagine doing that session and just being like, oh, what was going on? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, bro. That would piss me off real good.
Yeah, no, it really grinds my gears. I will say DMing is such an amazing outlet for so many people. It's such an amazing outlet for me specifically, though, because I have a mental disorder called DID, and that just stands for dissociative identity disorder. And it allows my alters to become NPCs and get their frustrations out on that world, so they don't have to bug me in the real world. And they create such real drama sinking, like bite your teeth into filled series, and I love it.
I love that though. Like, I mean, like, I know DID, wasn't that multiple personality disorder at one point?
It was originally. So MPD is the it's above, and then DID comes down, and then there are 2 other subsections of MPD.
Okay, that makes sense. Like, because I remember hearing it before, because I've seen like taken to the fictional extreme, which like things like Split, right?
Yeah, I don't like that movie.
Yeah, no, I can imagine like someone who has DID. It's like the most umpteenth like portion of it.
For sure.
But then,
Yeah,
like
no, for sure.
JoJo's also, I think, kind of touched on it a little bit too.
Yes, absolutely, it did. And JoJo's, by the way, is so whenever people ask me to rank anime, JoJo's doesn't go in a list because it's above everything else.
I love it.
It's not number one to me. It is my god anime.
That's fair.
I love it. I love it to death.
I do too. Like I love. There's so much about JoJo's. Whether it's just the crazy power system, the look of the characters themselves, the stories are always fun. I mean,
the art is fantastic.
Oh, the art took me. I know, like the art took me a little bit after from part 3 to 4, and I think a lot of people did.
Oh,
but that's where that signature art style finally hit. And like,
absolutely.
They didn't all look like fucking power lifters.
I mean, I'm okay with them. I like Jolene. Jolene is a great character. Definitely not my favorite. Giorno Giovanna is my favorite character in the JoJo series, with Golden Wind as his stand.
Mm-hmm.
One of the just such an amazing character. I love him to death. I have his shirts, I have his figurines, I have everything of him because he's something I would have loved to do or be or cosplay if I had hair.
Fair.
Not on my face, but on my head.
Yeah. I feel.
That's why I wear beanies all the time.
That's like, I think for me, it's definitely Johnny. I love Johnny Joestar.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's a very I mean, that's not like even a hot take. That's just a good solid character.
I think he's interesting. I think the whole like concept of like, one, his own arrogance pretty much caused him to be put in that position.
Yeah.
And then him being able to work his way around certain things, like between using the stand, between learning, like the way he learns, the way that his connection with him and Gyro. Like, I think it's just so interesting. Also, Tusk is just fucking cool. I don't care what anybody says. If you tell me that I can pop out nail bullets and just boom, 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 and I'm like, okay, cool. Like,
oh yeah,
I don't think I'd be able to get any higher than like 1, but I don't need that. Like, because while you're reloading, my fingernails are growing back, and I can just pop you again.
Right.
Like, I would say, yeah. What's your favorite stand, by the way?
Oh, Golden Wind.
Golden Wind?
Yeah.
That's fair. I think
Golden Wind. Well, Golden Wind, or there's a very specific stand in the the prison one, the newest one, part 5, or is it part 6?
Yeah, part 6.
Yeah, part 6. And there's a very specific fight in there. That entire series had the best fights, in my opinion. Especially with the ball bounce. The ball bounce was the coolest thing they could have ever done whenever it came to a non-violent fight.
The ball bounce. Is that the one where they had to play catch over and over?
Yes.
Oh, that was stressful.
Oh yeah. No, I was on the edge of my seat. I remember reading it, and I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen?
Mm-hmm.
And the way they animated it, it was golden.
That was actually really interesting. Yeah, when she's like just gonna use her face in order.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Like, I think Jolene definitely is the most, in my opinion, most creative. Just due to her stand her stand needs her to be as creative. When she creates a Mobius strip inside her own stomach so she doesn't get it turned inside out, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I would have been dead.
Right. Right.
Like, that's why I love it though too. I would say at least a couple of my favorites. I know it's part 8, so spoilers for those in part 8.
So you read the manga? Mm-hmm. Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, it's Wonder of You. Like, I just
yes, so, absolutely.
Imagine the amount of so the amount of, let's say, the amount of calamity you could commit with that in real life is
Mhm.
beyond ridiculous. Especially imagine it like now. Imagine it now. Like now you
Oh,
have like
good.
someone trying
Golly
to break
gosh.
into your house, right? You got whether it's you got feds, you got I don't know, ICE, police, whatever. The more they try to pursue you, the more they're getting fucked up. Like the fact that like all of a sudden they could go point a gun at you and it would just right back in their face. Like
All right.
that's horrifying. The fact that rain was like splitting through their skin. Like it was just like it's a in my opinion one of the most creative like
It's definitely one of the most sadistic stands I've ever seen. Uh,
mhm.
I don't know. I like my classic Zaworldo, time stop bullcrap. I think that's just so cool.
That's what I loved with that's why I really loved what was it? Like King Crimson's was really cool.
Mhm.
Where you want like the skipping time. Although I would say one of them that doesn't get talked about enough is how ridiculous Risotto's was with his being able to use like your own iron in your body to just
Oh
create
yeah,
like iron is like was it Doppio? Yeah. Doppio was like fighting him and he was like making like the scissors come out of his throat. And I'm just like, oh my gosh.
yeah. Some of the stands they come up with, man, is just so freaking creative.
Mhm.
Um, I love Joseph Joestar though. Joseph Joestar. Uh,
Joseph is great.
Joseph Joestar, old man Joseph Joestar, is so unhinged, and I love him for it.
Oh my god. Like the whole time. I love Joseph Joestar cracks me up every fucking time. Like what I love it, he just never really lost that sense of humor.
Absolutely not, and I'm so
Like when
happy.
in part two, I remember I talked with someone. They're like, I loved when he tells Cars, and he's like, yeah, he's like, now you're gonna say blah blah blah, and he's like, yeah, I have nothing. I didn't even know. I just said
Right.
it. just to fuck with him. And
Oh,
like he shows up at his own funeral, like, hey, what's up? Like,
like the amount of aura that dude had on him was just nuts.
I think what I love about it, and the thing that's funny is, I remember like earlier when I was younger, when I hear people be like, "Well, the look of JoJo characters, they don't, they look whatever." I'm like, these are some of the most like masculine motherfuckers you will ever meet. Like, they are some of the most unhinged people you will meet. Like,
Oh
when I
yeah.
think of that, in part 5, when was it Narancha, I think? And Fugo, I think it was, where they were kicking the dude or whatever, and then Abakio's like drinking the wine, and then he goes and kicks the shit out of him too.
I'm just
It's
happy that I've met another JoJo's fan, because whenever I try and suggest JoJo's to other people, they're like, oh, it's not my thing, which I get. And most of the time, it's the animation that gets them. They're like, I just can't get past the animation. It's too weird for me, and I'm just like, I get it. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but at the same time, you'd be a lot cooler if you joined the JoJo's gang.
I tell people like go and watch at least part 1, and they're like, well, I don't. I'm like, it's like 7 episodes. Like,
Gosh, part one is, to me, is probably the sloggiest of slogs.
it
Whenever it comes
is,
to it,
because you have to really get into both of them, in my opinion, part
yeah,
1 and
yeah,
2.
oh, absolutely.
But like Jonathan, and even Jonathan himself is a bit boring, but it'll at least show them, it'll lead them to some of those moments where
He's
they're like, oh, I
definitely the
get
most
that.
blasé character in all of JoJo's. He's the most tame,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's also like, I think he's also like the biggest. Like,
Yes, absolutely.
like, oh, this guy's 17. No, the fuck he's not. Like,
No.
when they show that, like, I like even when like all the JoJo memes that come through when like Dio jumps out of the car, or when he's like, "You thought this was your first kiss would be with Jonathan, but it was with me, Dio." And like, you know, and I love it. And Patrick Steets, who does the English voice for him for Dio, is so good. Like, he's so good at just being a douche.
So It's funny because JoJo's is the only anime that I will watch both dubbed and subbed, but I will watch it in multiple languages based on the region that they are located
Hmm. Ooh. Okay.
in. Because I think it adds more elements to it, and I love it.
That's fair. I know, like it really depends on the show, right? So like I liked the Japanese version because I also like hearing them say like the
Muda,
band
muda, muda,
names or the
muda.
song names.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, oh yeah. No, that's one of the best parts about that is the fact that America can't do that because they don't have licensing rights. In Japan, that does not matter.
Yeah. So it's like when they're yelling Gold Experience or like Moody Blues, and I'm just
Yeah,
like, you
yeah.
know, I love that shit. I love that shit. But yeah, over here they have to change it around a lot and stuff, and it's
They come
fine.
up with some really lame names, man. like,
Oh yeah.
like Sex Pistols got changed to I can't even remember what it was. It was just something lame.
Well, even Gold
Uh,
Experience was changed to Golden Winds,
yes,
which
it
was
was. However, I enjoy Golden Winds. I think it's I prefer Golden Experience, but Golden Winds is very apt for what that stand is.
I'll say I'm really excited for with part 7, especially when it comes to like scary
Also,
monsters.
you know that it's coming out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're excited about that?
Oh fuck yeah.
Dude, the horses though. What do you think they're gonna do about that? Like the freaking intro into that is so many freaking horses, bro.
They're gonna be able to pull it off though. I think they are. Like that they're like, hey, we got one person doing
Because
the
Mappa's
animation
doing it,
of
right?
the horses. I think it's gonna be nutty. Like I'm really excited. There's a lot of really interesting, like whether it's interesting like arcs, really interesting. What are they gonna do when Jesus Christ shows up? Like I tell
they're
people,
gonna
I'm like,
they're
I was
just
like,
gonna put a black screen over the
yeah.
entirety
I
for
was like,
America.
Jesus is a JoJo's reference, y'all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude,
And
everything's a JoJo's reference.
I think that was my favorite. Was I was trying to explain it to someone part 7, and I was like, yeah, it's like it's some point this and they're like, and then just Jesus Christ shows up, and they're like, what? Yeah, Jesus Christ shows up.
God,
But
it's been a minute since I've read 7, and I still have very fond memories of it. Part 8 was definitely a good read. So
part 8 is a good read. It's got some really cool, just in general. I love some of the characters in there. I love some of the like the way the stands work. What I love.
I like the intro of the
that
manga.
fan intro they made.
Oh my god, yes,
Oh
so
yeah,
good, so good.
Both of them, part 7 and 8 are both. Even part 9's they did was actually pretty good too. And I'm excited for like I gotta get caught back up on part 9. I fell off maybe like 13, 14 episodes, like chapters in, and that was just because I started like watching and like reading other stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, so I'm gonna get back. I'm just gonna binge it, but it's just such a. It was fun. I love the fact of like I believe it was Araki said that he wanted to like separate from just like the whole punching ghost kind of thing and go into something more like that's why you see more obscure stand fights or like some of the stands that they have are so different. Like I love that November Rain or like from part 9.
Yeah, they definitely have to get more creative with it. It's I think of it kind of like Pokemon. You just got to get more creative with it the more you go because you're gonna get less whitewashed stands out there now. And now you got to go into those absolutely absurd, even pacifistic stands, right? And I love those types of stands because it brings a lot of depth to the story itself rather than just a simple fight.
And that's why I loved how that's what I mentioned part 7. Part 7's Johnny's stand is literally like it's pistols, like it's nail bullets.
Yes.
And I think that's really much more interesting because it's like, okay, I mean, obviously we know these are all spoilers, everyone. So spoilers for like a manga that's been around for like fucking decades.
For like years.
Yeah, I don't fucking care. But I guess for like anime only people, whatever. But like the
Like, oh man,
the
I was
fact
just
that
gonna get into it.
yeah,
No, you weren't.
like yeah, right. Like the whether it's the scary monsters that turns them into dinosaurs.
Oh
Like
my god,
I
yes.
was like, at that point, that's it. I don't want any other stand. If you're telling me I can turn into a dinosaur and make myself into a dinosaur, you know how much I'm gonna say fuck it at my job? We're like, if I got something like I work with elderly, so if at some point they're gonna be
Oh,
like just
no.
annoying, and at that point I'm just gonna look at them and my teeth are just gonna start like growing out. Like the fuck are you doing? Nothing.
Oh,
Like,
God, that would be nuts. That'd be insane.
oh yeah, like it'd be fucking. I can also then I could call myself an animorph. So
You definitely could call yourself an animorph for sure.
but yeah, I think it's just JoJo's is one of those that's fun. I tell people they're also the reason to read it is because it's so different.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't feel like a natural streamlined show. Every part feels so like connected to itself. I know it's still connected to outside, but at the same time, they're self-contained stories with
Except
them.
for part 2 and part 3. So.
Yeah, except for part 2 and 3. Honestly, I will say part 3 is this might be part 3 is the one I actually struggled to get to the most.
Really?
Yes, and I think it's
Oh,
just because
man.
it is such a villain of the week kind of shit
It
that
is.
it's just like I go through. Okay, cool. Jotaro punches it, and then it's just like okay, cool. And then like what I love though is like with part 4 because of the world in part 4 feels so alive.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Like,
for
and
sure.
that's the thing. Like by keeping it in one world, I think that's so smart, especially with like how Killer Queen is and all and David Bowie. So
Yeah.
but I think that's what gets me with like part 3 is I would say the most famous part. Part 3
Part
by
3
far.
is absolutely the most famous. It's what most people see references to all the
Yes.
time, and that's where a lot of memes came from. That's where a lot of like inside jokes came from for a lot of people that were like longtime fans. And I mean, who can really hate on Joseph
Right.
Joestar as an old man? Like he's so great. And he's the only reason I stayed for that show originally. And then I got into part 4 and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna stick around for the rest of this. And then I started reading the manga actually after that. So part 4 was the beginning of my manga reading for JoJo's.
Nice. Yeah, no, and I love it. Like I just have such a good time with JoJo's. I tell people like if you get a chance to read it, go read it. Like if you want to, it's up for the first like what is it up to part 6. We got part 7 coming in. Like honestly, I think between part 7 shows up this year and so does Bleach. Like the ending with Bleach I believe comes in too.
Yeah, and so does Fire Force. It's
Yep.
already coming out, and Fire Force, the final season is now. It is here, and it's making an impact that I love. Fire Force is probably one of my favorite newer series that I've read, just because it ties into an older manga and an
The
older
leader.
anime. Yep.
Yep.
One thing I hope happens with the ending of Fire Force is I hope we get a reboot of Soul Eater so we can get a finished product rather than a non-finished product.
Wait, it wasn't finished?
No.
Soul Eater was? Really?
Yes.
What? Wait, what? After they beat, so like it continues after they beat Asura?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
What the fuck? I've heard. Oh man.
Yeah. No, it does.
Actually, I really like
it's like a couple. It's like 2 or 3 more chapters, but they didn't want to add it in, and I just don't understand. It was rushed. It was a rushed anime at the end. It was also a rushed ending for the manga itself, and I want them to revisit that because what I'm loving that they're doing with 1,000-Year Blood War arc is they are expanding on the already rushed ending and creating something so beautiful, right? And I want them to do that with Soul Eater because Fire Force ended on such an amazing note, I mean, if anyone doesn't already know about Fire Force, if you look at him, if you just look at the main character and you look at Soul Eater, there's a correlation there, because Death even says, "Oh yeah, my son is made after my god, the one who created me."
So Death the Kid is us is
Yes,
damn
he
that
created
makes
him.
sense actually.
Mhm.
Because like I think that like with because I hope they do get that treatment then, because that happens a lot where like an anime. That's why there was actually believe it or not, it was actually Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh is one part 6, the Vrains part, is where the ending got just the ending was supposed to be dark. And for those who don't know, part 6 was basically they go into like a cyber world and stuff like that, and that's how they
I've never seen Friends.
Vrains.
I've wanted to try and get into it, but I've
The first 2
never.
seasons of Vrains are actually pretty damn good.
Okay.
It's just that the 3rd, they were losing their spot, so they had to wrap it all up quick. But the
Mhm.
ending originally, I believe, was supposed to be the world ends. Like, they actually, like
Oh, really?
yes, like, basically, Yusaku, the main character, fails.
Oh no.
And so I was like, yeah, I remember reading that, and I could be wrong, but, like, I swear that, like, that's what I remember that was one of the potential endings, was that he fails. And so I was like, damn, like that's awesome. I want that to be that way. Like I want
Mhm.
Yu-Gi-Oh to go in that bit, like to not be afraid to hit that darker road. Like
See, I
I
wish.
don't need like one where like everyone's like blood and guts are flying, but I
Yeah,
do
no,
want,
for sure.
yeah, I want one where you hit a bit of a darker note that where we're like,
So
because
you're
you
talking
saw,
about manga style then,
yeah,
because
yeah,
you
because oh yeah, the
remember the
manga is the
original
wonderful
manga
part.
is dark, like actually dark, with Yugi and him creating shadow games, not with cards, with just real life scenarios, and it
Mhm.
becomes something very real, and I loved it.
Oh
Um,
yeah. And the thing is that was it dark for that early 2000s era? Sure. Like
yeah,
the
I mean,
shadow games are,
the
if you're
art
the
style.
Japanese, they just go to hell. Like,
Oh yeah,
you know.
for sure, for sure. No, the art style is probably one of my favorite things of the OG Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mhm.
Um, as I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I absolutely detest Zexel. I detest it with a passion. It's probably one of the most annoying main characters of all time to me.
I'll I love Zexel. I think it's a hot
Okay,
take to say that
that's
I love Zexel.
That's so fair.
Um,
I can respect
yeah,
I can
I think
respect the opinion. I saw
I
your face as soon as I said sex.
it was it's actually because of Yuma's. I love the fact that Yuma is to me the most of like a kid that's that age. Like he is the most like the kid's like 12, I think. He's
Yeah.
11, he's 12 years old. He's not a good duelist to start with. Like he's
No,
not
no,
a good duelist.
he's
He's
pretty
kind of a
trash.
whiner. Yeah, and it's all about him becoming something like afterwards. With
I get
Astro, you see
that.
him gain that confidence in himself. Like he
Astral
does
was
end
the
up losing
only
himself along the
redeeming
way.
quality to me.
Huh?
Uh, I said Astral was the only redeeming quality. But I actually
Yeah.
dropped Sexel as soon as he did a golden draw. I was like, this is bullshit. I'm out of here.
I can't
I
get
can't stand.
I can't get mad at like the gold, like the shining draws. I can't get mad at them when Yugi
Can't
just
stand
says, "I
it, man.
summon this," and it just happens.
I can't
I
stand it, dude.
like
I
it's the
really
same thing
can't.
with like the funny was like people love Jaden, right? They love Jaden Yuki from GX, right?
You
And
know,
I
it's
don't
funny
like
that you
Jaden.
mentioned.
I,
Okay. See, now we're swapping ends. Because I was about to say my favorite one is GX. I love GX. Jaden is
I
my favorite because in my mind, that is what a duelist of his age would do, right? He would be very passionate about the school that he wanted to go to. Yet he's lazy and goofs off all the time, and yet he's this incredible duelist, not out of like pure sheer talent, but he just he has the heart of the cards, man. He,
I think I think that I think you probably Yusei's is probably my favorite, but like
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
I think when it comes to someone like Jaden, I don't mind him. It's just that out of all of them, I think he's just my least most interesting to like look
That's
into.
fair.
Like I gotta say when I say like I hate Jaden, I use it just hyperbolic. But like
Oh no, for sure.
yeah, like it's like one where the show is what bothers me the most because the show has a huge cast of characters
Uh-huh.
and they don't ever get the time to really envelop themselves because Jaden needs to take the spotlight. This was a flaw that they did. They actually a flaw that they kind of corrected in Arc V, and then they tanked Arc V. But like
Arc V was
the Pendulum era,
hmm.
and I've
Wait, Arc V wasn't the Pendulum Era, was it?
mhm, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, Arc 5, the fifth era was Pendulums.
Then it wasn't Zexel. Yeah,
No,
no. I was not thinking about number cards. Sorry. Number cards are dope. I'm thinking about pendulums. I don't like I don't like pendulum. I don't like the intro. I don't like that he's a showman. Like,
mm,
stop. Stop with this
that's
crap.
why I liked. Okay, so I really liked. I like the Japanese version a bit more than like the English version of this one
I have
because they they
never
they they go a little more serious on
okay.
that. He's still the entertainment duelist, but I don't mind like his setup to me started off fine. Like being a person who likes to entertain people,
Yeah,
you
but
see
it's
the
the
stadium,
same shtick
the
every
crowd, yeah.
time though.
Well, and that's where I'm getting at too. It's like we see the same thing, the crowds, whatever. I don't mind that him doing it because of the fact that his father was, but his father's gone. Like that. Like
Yeah,
I
no,
like
for
that
sure.
start of that. Also, interesting enough, there's a really interesting Easter egg. I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything on YouTube, and he mentioned something that they hint at at Yuya being the main antagonist in the beginning of the show in episode 2.
Really.
Yep. So he said that whenever they host a duel, he's like, watch the duels when they host one. The enemy, the antagonist is always on the left, and the enemy, the antagonist on the left, protag on the right. In episode 2, Yuya's on the left, and Yuzu is on the right.
Mm.
And I've never thought about that, but then he started looking through, like going through the other ones, and I'm like, holy fuck! Like, I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but that's a fucking Easter egg right there.
For
But
sure.
I would say that with Yuya, his setup starts. The problem that I have is the constant like I don't mind them showing the entertainment, but there's a moment where things are getting serious.
Mhm.
And he needs to be serious. He needs to be able to shut off that jokingness. There's a part in the Heartland arc where they go to the Zexel dimension and the dimension's all destroyed. Like it's just absolutely decimated.
Oh yeah.
And he's still doing entertainment duels and I'm like, yo, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like this should have been
Hey,
something that shouldn't have worked.
well, so maybe think. I actually saw where it was going with that. He was trying to bring life and joy to this really post-apocalyptic heartland, and I kind of got that right.
Mm.
The one thing I don't like is whenever they go into my fusion dimension and they make the Academy out to be the bad guys. I hate it. I really do.
I wish there was a bit more back and forth with the Academy. Um,
Yeah.
I like there was some of the even just some of the duels themselves with the Academy were like more set for hype moments and bothered me. What got me the most pissed is how they dealt with the girls.
Oh yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh can't write women and any female characters to save their fucking lives,
I don't know.
and
That's not
that might
entirely
be a
true.
hot take.
My.
The problem that I have with Mai's
Mm.
setup, at least in the Japanese version, her setup starts off. She's in debt with loan sharks. In
Yeah.
the English version, we don't get any of that.
Oh,
So
I
she's
know.
just another contestant. And
She's
then,
just yeah, but she's a sexy contestant. All right.
well, yeah, that's I feel like that's why they threw her in. And then,
Absolutely. I'm okay
later
with
on,
that.
she doesn't. Her biggest redeeming moment is honestly giving those star chips back to Yugi, to the star chips to Yugi. But besides that, she doesn't really do a whole lot. And then they want to make her. It feels like they want to kind of make her a side, but they want to make her more of like an interest for Joey. And I was like, one, no. Two, like it doesn't feel like it worked for me. You
And
know
then what would you say about Alexa then?
what? What does she actually do in the show besides expout exposition?
She brings she brings a light in the dark of blue. Like that's what she does. She brings out the better qualities of what blue players should be, opposed to what the elitist snobs are essentially at that moment. And there's not a lot of you don't see blue players. You see Chaz that is this egotistical little like prick for the lack of better terms, and then you see Alexis that is this sweet, loving, and kind and caring person, not just towards yellows, but also towards red players, right? And she's not the uppity elitist type. She actually brought dimension to that academy.
I think the problem that I have with Alexis the most is like it's the same thing I said before. It's still that she doesn't really do much of anything. She doesn't get anything to really do that pushes the story along. She can give stuff that sure, like it can be like, I mean, she does come off as a bit of a snob, but she's always right next to Zayn, right? She's always right next to Zayn,
Or
and
Jason.
she does, or Jaden. But she really doesn't get a whole lot to do, and this is what I mentioned before with too big of a cast of characters. You have so many characters that need their time and they don't get them.
Zane is probably one of my favorite characters because he got enough time.
Yeah, I like Zane's.
However, the most memeable moment is in Zane's arc. 100% it is whenever he's doing the freaking underground duels and you have that really buff dude. I gotta go see my mommy.
Oh my god, dude, that was no. I would say the only one that I have other before is when they bring out Amber Mammoth, which me and my friend called Crystal Beef Arnold Mammoth, and
Oh my gosh.
we're just like, I'll be back, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is so bad. But I think that's my issue with like the people like Taya, with Alexis, is like they don't get enough of their time in there because they're always overshadowed by someone else. Mai should have had
Tay in the
more.
manga is better.
I've heard Taya in the manga is better.
So much better in the manga.
And that's what, because well, also
They have a
because
quota they have to meet though in anime, right? And it just sucks that the female characters don't normally get that screen time. But I feel like Alexis, out of anyone, really did. Even though she didn't get that screen time, she brought more depth to the blue side of the academy. That's just my personal take on it.
No, that's fair. I'll and I can respect that. I think Akiza was the one that I was the most interested in, but yet at the same time most upset with.
Mhm.
And it's nothing of her fault. I think her story is interesting.
Mhm.
Her story is, but the thing is that every Yu-Gi-Oh series and most manga or anime I would say in general have the three main ones, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no,
Yugi, Kaiba, Joey. You had Jaden. Well, Jaden had a bunch of them actually.
well, Jaden had. Remember, he had
Jesse and Zane. I would say.
No, he had Hurley and Zane's younger
Oh
brother.
yeah, Cyrus. Well, I would say those guys got.
But those were the originally, right? Whenever the series starts, those are the original three that they're introducing, and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
There's always those main three. I think Sexel, though, honestly, did a pretty okay job, a better job at
Yuma, Kite, and Shark.
Yes.
And so, but with 5Ds, it was Yusei, Jack, and Crow. But the problem is that someone like Akiza should have been that third spot.
Oh yeah,
she
was
for
sure.
So being built up.
Oh yeah,
to take that third spot, and then Crow showed up, and they were just like, "Nah, we're just gonna push her to the side." And I'm just like, "No!" Like,
see, why can't they do a anime or a manga, right, where the main character is female rather than male, and expand on that? Like, I think the show would just get so much better. I do. Like, do a spinoff, even
make one of their antagonists. Like
Yeah.
the rival, make the rival a fucking a female character.
Not even yeah, that
Like
as well, yeah, for sure. But like, think about it, if they did like a spin-off of Yugi, and instead of the puzzle box, they did the lady that had the weight, right? Had the scale.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, think about that. If that was the main character, and then it got a progressive line of characters that were just all female, and they were like reincarnations, quote unquote.
Right. And I think that, and that's the thing. Like, I want to see, if you're not going to make the main character like a female character, then make the antagonist one.
Oh
And
yeah,
like,
for sure.
it's nothing wrong with having like the main antagonist being maybe like, I don't know, like let's go the school route again, right? Because that's
Yeah.
what they kind of like to do. So it makes like she is the highest one of the school route, of the school. Maybe the daughter of the I don't know, higher, like the one of the higher execs, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
And like the higher exec doesn't like he doesn't really think of her as like great of a duelist, whatever, but she's actually the best one in the school.
Yeah.
But she goes under like a certain name because she's dealing with the fact of her father being like not letting her,
Yeah.
and she holds the, I don't know, like arch epic dragons or something, you know what I mean? Like, and so she has the dragon bits. The dragon, like, let's say these cards get stolen and they're like, we don't know who did it. So now they're blaming everybody else, but he would never blame his daughter.
Yeah.
So she's under this masquerade kind of name. Like, it would, I'm not saying these would all work. Obviously, these are story beats, but like, I think that would be something. And then by the time she shows that it's her, and her first loss is the one that's in front of her father.
Oh yeah.
And
No,
the other the school is the one, the hero, the protag, and like her friends and stuff step in, and they're like, she's been the one that's been winning this entire time.
Yeah.
And like it's stuff like that. But I just feel like right now I would like to see Yu-Gi-Oh focus on a female character. It's fine. Like, it's fine.
No, it's great.
It's just
no,
like
we're in that era, right?
Arc V did it the worst in my opinion. I'm kind of ranting off, I know, but like Arc V
go for it.
did it the worst. You took a character who was already supposed to be set up, like was going to be set up as like kind of a rival, and I was kind of stoked about that. She slowly starts to learn. She learns from other people. They go and learn from the other school how to use fusion summoning. She gets better at fusion summoning. And then because you just really don't like her for some reason, you have her fight this sadistic character in a riding duel. She takes a fucking shot to the face and then goes crashing into a fucking building.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was like, holy God. I just sat there like, and then there's another one too where and then later on she gets taken. She never gets used ever again. Her other clones get taken. And then they just get pretty much turned into DNA goo. And so like it's just they don't like having the female characters around. And then in part 6, one of the other characters, Aoi Zaizen, who's a really good character, really interesting in my opinion, especially with the girl she's the younger sister of like the head of the Soul Company. She is a lot of she's dealing with a lot of like depression. She's very introverted, but when she's her Blue Angel self, she is much more open. She's excited. She gets everybody, and I like that bit. She fights off against another dude. That dude launched her literally above into like as high as a building and dropped her on her face. Like it's not even, they show it. Like they show her getting smoked right in the face. And I'm like, oh, she dead. Like that was not an if, ands, or like, nah. You watched her head, her full face smacked into the pavement and just boom. And I was like, yeah, no, she gone.
Yeah.
And so I'm just sitting there like, I don't know, man. Like I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh needs to do a better job at either fleshing out the characters that you have. Stop building so many characters into one. Like, I know this is an advertisement show. I'm not dumb. But
it can be.
It can be really, it can be.
It does. I mean, there are certain arcs that have depth, which is good. I will say though, the way that you were, building on that story and creating new new dialogue and new genre, like new ways to think of how that series could go, is a great way on how you can DM perfectly. That is how world building works. Is just going through these shows and going through everything like that. You know, you get so much inspiration from that. Sorry, I was trying to segue that, and it kind of worked, but it didn't.
I've been wanting to play D&D. I haven't had, between like all the content creation and all the other stuff, and like I just haven't had time.
Yeah.
But like I want to play D&D so bad. Like it's a lot of fun. I know it's hard to find, like it's finding a group of people that you can like gel with.
See,
Well,
if you ever want, right? I can run like quite a few one shots. I always have at least 20, 30 in my back pocket of one shots. If you ever find like a group and we can just, find a weekend on like a Friday or a Sunday, and we can just run a one shot, and I would be more than happy to be the DM.
Okay. Yeah. I'll definitely 110%. I would do that.
Yeah,
Like
it's my passion, man. I love it. I love making people like go outside of their comfort zones and create something that they're just gonna love, and it really breaks them out of their shell.
I like that a lot. Yeah, I'll definitely. I'll let you know when I'm like free and shit, and we can start kind of building.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be cool to build it within your community, honestly.
Oh yeah, I think I definitely got people I know who would want to, who'd be down for it.
Because I really enjoy your content. I do. I love watching your videos. I'm not the biggest fan of TikTok in general, but I do like watching your little shorts. And I just, whenever you go live, I enjoy the reprieve that you bring whenever I'm at work.
I appreciate that. No, I do. Like they're just fun. Honestly, at the end of the day, they're just fun.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like it's enjoyable. It gets people, whether it's 5 minutes of just, damn, that was cool as fuck. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if you ever saw the one where I did with, it was a live, but in the background I had Wave Race 64.
Oh, interesting.
And so I'll get people
That's
like,
awesome.
oh my god, Wave Race, I haven't seen that, and so they end up sticking around. Or the one I did was so weird because I was talking about what's your favorite RPG, right? What's your favorite RPG? And I had the background I had was Dragon Age Vilgard. Just it was one of the games I was playing at the time, so I just threw it out there. I don't know how many times I get people go, bro, I don't know why you have Dragon Age in the background. It sucks. Like it's fucking. And I'm like, it's just a background. Like, why is that causing you like that much stress?
Because I mean, I can tell you exactly why. It's the political aspect that it had behind it originally, that people are looking deeper and deeper into a meaning that's not actually there, and they get mad about it because it somehow offends their livelihood and it affects their life for some fucking reason.
Right. No, it's definitely fair. Like it's you were seeing that right now. There was another one too I saw about that. I'm gonna do a video on it. It was about this.
So Vilgard was actually my very first Dragon Age.
Oh, same. That was my very
And
first Dragon Age.
I thought the combat was impeccable. The story, the main story was good. I thought there was a little bit more to be desired in terms of character fleshing whenever it came to side characters. There were certain characters that got more attention to detail than others. And I wish it was that way for all of the characters specifically.
That's fair. No, that's fair. And like with Veilguard, I enjoyed what I played. Like I'm still working through it.
So, see, that's how you make a point, guys. You bring a point and then you say why, not just bring a point and just keep saying the same point over and over again.
Right? No, exactly.
Repetitive loops,
like, I think that like some of the characters I really jived with. Like some of the characters I was able to kind of see like, okay, like why they are the way they are. But also the hard part about Veilguard is the fact of it's also built on the back of like 3 other games. So there's a lot of stuff in there
Yeah, and the
That I'm
3 other games that I've seen have a lot more. This game was very much more tame.
yes.
For a lack of better words, it was very much more tame in terms of options and dialogue in which you can interact with others.
Yeah, I would say so. And I think my thing with Veilguard, because I heard originally it was supposed to be a live service. And
Really?
then I think that's why I saw someone talk about in one of my comments is that originally it was supposed to be like a live service, and then later on they like kind of scrapped that idea, but they already
Okay.
had the blueprints and everything for it. So they're pretty much kind of stuck doing it this way.
Yeah.
Which does kind
Either
of
way, I still think it's a fantastic game. It's beautifully made. I think the
yeah,
world is really something special. I wish the dragons were a little bit more special, but because like thematically they should have been better. And
yeah,
from a DM's point of view, right? Not from
okay.
like a player basis or from like a game developer. I'm not saying they did a shitty job. It's just from my point of view of what a dragon and a drake are. There should have been more emphasis, more story on it because dragons are based in story. They're
Right.
not just based on, oh, I wandered into this little onto this dragon.
No, that's fair. That's fair. And I think overall, I think Dragon Age was a fun time. Like I'm planning on going back and doing Inquisition, but and just to kind of see differently. But
Are you
I think
are you gonna stream Inquisition?
I don't know, probably not. I'll
Yeah,
probably do one that
I was gonna say you might not want to do that.
I just like there's some of those streams that I just don't care. Like I don't really give a fuck. I'm not gonna go and do a
That's fair.
stream when I don't want to. And some people like, well, you should go. Like one of them that I am gonna stream Final Fantasy or not Final Fantasy, Resident Evil 8. It's on PlayStation Plus right now, and you know what? I will stream
Wait,
Resident Evil 8. I will
is it
see.
really?
Yes, I am not
It's on
a yeah. It's on
PlayStation
PlayStation Plus.
Plus? Oh
Yeah.
crap! Okay. Cool.
So
Okay. I didn't know
I'm
that.
not a huge Resident Evil fan, but I will go and I will check it out. So if I'm also not good at horror, so if you guys want to see a fucking, you guys want to see a horror Afro try to play horror, it's gonna be fun. But I
That'll be
appreciate you here,
cool.
man.
Oh
I
yeah,
really
man.
do.
I
Um,
appreciate you inviting me on.
oh, absolutely. My last question is where can they find you?
Forever DM Arrow is my my Twitch handle.
Okay, so they'll go check on there. Do you stream a lot on there?
I do.
Okay,
I
cool.
do. I'm getting more into streaming. I stream off of my PlayStation because I don't have a good enough computer to do anything really. So,
That's fair.
but
I got to get a better computer because I want to get Steam and like all
same,
that different stuff.
same. I want to play my my modded Elden Ring so I can do my speed run randos. So
That sounds like fun. But for hell no. But for everybody else, you guys, you can catch me over on Twitch, YouTube. Of course, you can because that's how you guys are literally watching me right now. Also, TikTok is where you'll see a lot of my shit, so be sure to check that out. I got Threads, Facebook, where I post clips. I haven't posted on Threads in forever, but I might go start that again. And then also Instagram as well, where you'll see these clips and stuff and such as well. Also, forgot one more thing. I have been uploading the podcast up on Spotify as well. I just have to go change the name of it, but I remember because it was from my old account. I had to switch all that stuff over, but I believe it's still Afro in the Know for over there. But with all that being said, everyone, hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. And I'm Afro Fish OG. I'll catch you all in the next one.